I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code issue, I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping, I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.
It's your boy Reality Ron Bullard, man. I'm here with another episode of the Reality Ron with my co-host
Boss Hawk 215 _ Reality Realm. Hey people, we appreciate the love. We still feeling it. Keep it coming. As always, tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, I didn't even tell you I got some new ads from Instagram because of the podcast as well. So that's a positive sign. I appreciate that. All right, let's jump right into it, bro. Let's go get into our life topics, man. This one's going to hit home a little bit. This one is going to be, it's a little airy, as I told you when you first brought it up. It's a little airy, but fuck it. It's a reality realm. We got to do it. So considering what the signs are said to be, are we possibly in our last days of existence? I'm going to let you take the floor on this one.
You know something, brother? Okay. From what I gather, from everything I've ever been taught, everything I've ever read, everything I've ever just kind of caught in the air.
Right.
I've always heard what the signs would be when we're in our last days as a race here in this world, on this planet.
Right.
And when you look around, I mean, all of the signs point to that being the situation. You know, one of the things that you said you would see is you would not be able to tell the seasons apart. Now, maybe that might not be the best example, considering the fact that as we recording this,
right, we're in the middle of a damn nor'easter, right?
So maybe that ain't the best example.
Right.
At this present time.
But you know, not to cut you off, because I definitely want you to continue. But think about it. When the last time we've seen snow like this? It's been like 3-4 years.
Exactly my point. I was going to say that. I was going to say, you know, I remember times when, even before, say, Halloween hit.
Yeah, October, it was getting busy. Snowstorms.
God, everything. Like, you know,
10-degree weather, you know what I'm saying?
You knew we was headed there.
Right.
I mean, it was no guesswork. Now, shit, man, I've seen days in November with mild ass weather, like 65 degrees. Like, that's unheard of. Like,
we just had it.
Exactly. So it's like, you got, they said you wouldn't be able to tell the seasons apart. We've seen evidence of that. They said you would see father against son. We've seen evidence of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Families
and treating one another as like complete total strangers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the signs are there, man. Like, and not just to mention, even deeper than that, the world as a whole is just out of control.
It's just totally different. It's just it's weird.
It is. It's very much so, brother. It's a very odd feel. And yeah, I would have to say, like, people better hope. I mean, they better hope and pray that it's just more so a coincidence than just the
actual beginnings of the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it's you know, all I could tell anybody out there is if you ain't right with God, you better get right and be real about it. Because see, people play around. He don't play around.
Sure, yeah, for sure.
And that's reality.
No, that's real shit. I mean, I guess for me, I'm with you on the same type of note, whatever. It's just I don't want to get too deep into it, whatever, because I think you know where I'm going with this when I say it, whatever. Simple things like the Antichrist. Shit, I don't know who could be besides the guy. I mean, the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Who knows with this new vaccine? We don't know what that holds. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of things, like you said, it's similarities, whatever. And I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. I'm also not stupid either. So it's like I walk that fine line, and whereas though, maybe then it's like, wait, this shit is like I've never seen like this before in my life. In my 39 years on this planet, I've never seen anything as catastrophic as what we've seen just in this year alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the world was basically on fire.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to, I'm not going to say our beginning, however, but it goes back to times that we've read about before. We heard stories about. It's like they came right back around. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, usually it's a cycle. So everything has to come back around to come to its end. That's the best way I could put it.
No, that's a damn good way to put it, because see, it's funny. They say history always repeats itself.
Right.
You know, so that right there just furthers the point you just made.
Right.
And yeah, man, it's 2020. I mean, and I know this has been said over and over and over.
Right.
So shit, it don't matter to say it one more time. 2020 has been the worst. I will be so glad to see this year go, and I'm praying every step of the way that,
and just hope that it gets better. Sure.
That it gets better as we go along, man. Because this year right here, wow, it's
just been it's so unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? It's so an anomaly to where as though it's like, all right, damn, like, we've seen crazy years. We remember the supposed Y2K shutdown, and everybody was running out to the markets and buying this. Oh, computers going to restart. And
yeah, well, see, now, wait a minute, not to interrupt, sorry. But see, it's funny you bring that up. And I say that because after they did that, after that happened, and almost like immediately following it too, they referred to that as the fleecing of America. They did. They fleeced the hell out of it, making everybody go out.
I mean, when you think about it, yeah.
Yeah, so in this right here is same shit. The only difference is it's labeled a pandemic. Right. But still, right. But at the end of the day, we were fleeced nevertheless, because people still bought up stuff in bulk, buying stuff that they don't necessarily need.
I didn't think about that, yo. I said it, but I didn't think about it until you. Okay, yep.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's crazy, man. Once again, now the Y2K thing took place obviously in 2000 when the new millennium kicked in, and now here it is. You fast forward 20 years later, 2020.
Same shit.
Here we go again.
Same shit, but now it's just, I think at this point now, it's more, it moved more from a technological standpoint to more of a chemical standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Because make no mistake, I still feel as though, and we said this plenty of times, this is almost like a test of chemical warfare. You know what I'm saying? Can I release something to the world and I can just shut shit down?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think we both in agreement or whatever. I hope it's not, but I mean, sometimes when you're on that road and you're looking where the sign say the exit is right here, you miss that exit, man. You never know where the hell you're going.
But you know what though, too? I want to touch on something that you had posted earlier.
How about that?
I've been telling people, man, it's funny you put that up, because I've been telling everybody I've talked to, I say, yo, walk real slow with that whole vaccine situation. Because, see, there's so many levels and layers to that shit, and a lot of them, if any of them at all, are not good.
Right.
So, because you got to realize something. It's brand new. You don't know what type of effect this shit gonna have on the masses of people once they get it. It could be some kind of crazy side effect that's getting people sicker, or people all together.
I mean, I've heard some crazy stories, not to cut you, I heard some crazy stories which I haven't seen visual proof of, but like I heard about mutation, like people growing extra fingers and shit like that, whatever. And I'm guessing this was in the testing phase. And I did see a report from the 2 doctors from Pfizer who said they should stop testing it on people because the side effects it's not looking good. That's all they said.
Now let me ask you a question. How recently was it that you heard that?
I want to say about a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago. Now see, that's very bothersome to me, because you're saying you heard this as recently as a couple of weeks back, but yet and still the vaccine is now here in Philly.
Yeah.
See now, and like you said on the post, brother, there's shit that's been around for years.
That we have no rhyme or reason or explanation. This is a new version of this. Okay, well, can you fix it? No. Like,
and they still don't have nothing for it. But yet, like you said, not even a year of this, and all of a sudden they got a vaccine for it. Come on, man.
Real shit, bro.
It's one of two things. Either, see, because it's funny. If you cause something, of course you know how to stop it because you caused it. So either that's what happened. Either y'all motherfuckers did it to begin with and already knew how to fix it on the back end before you did what you did, or you flat out lying about knowing what you're giving everybody's going to help them. And either way, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, real shit. I mean, you can't. I mean, we're not. I mean, we're human beings. You know what I'm saying? We're not. We're not. And I don't want to say this because it's going to sound harsh to animals, whatever. I'm just going to put it this way: we're human beings. We're not guinea pigs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We're not lab rats. We're not test subjects. That's what I'm gonna say. Test subjects. We're not test subjects. You know what I'm saying? Either it work or it don't. That's like you going to get your car fixed. Like, damn, my brake's squeaking. Oh yeah. Well, let me replace your control arm. Nigga, my brake's squeaking. Like, what the? It might work. What the fuck? Like, it don't even sound right.
Not at all.
So that is what it is, man. We're gonna move along from this. To answer the question, I mean, I always like to recap and answer the question. I'm gonna say possibly. And there's nothing nobody can do about it. So it is what it is. I'm just to that point with it. Like,
for sure.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So let's move along to a lighter subject, man. This is heavy too, though. This is kind of heavy because I'm just saying it's kind of heavy. So is discovering your relationship was established on a lie grounds to immediately end it? I'm gonna take this one. You took the last one. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna have to say yeah, because if the foundation is shaky, it's never gonna build up to the top. You know what I'm saying? If something was told to you and you went along with that, and from there is more or less like a situation to where as though you can't trust the other party, it's no point because now everything they do is going to be a problem.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, honestly, whatever. Now, some people might say, well, is it a fabrication to me is a lie, whatever. Did I not, this the famous one. I just didn't tell you. I didn't lie. But if I ask you to keep it a being with me, then I'm asking you to bring out all the truth. Let me make my own decision.
Lay all the cards on the table.
Exactly.
And then that way I now have the option of saying I'm a fuck with it or I'm not. And that's a fair option.
Exactly.
So if you do that and I decide to still play this game with you, but then
now you can't bitch about anything from before.
Nothing. I can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like
nothing that comes down the line. But if you fucking fraud me, if you go out of your way to paint a picture like shit is one way when you already know why you pulling this Picasso move. You already know this ain't what it is. You know that you're lying. You know that you're fucking frauding. See, and you know what else? This right here, to me, it kind of reveals some pretty ill truths about the individual that's rocking like this. You're a fucking fraud. You're fake.
Right.
You're a fake ass nigga. Point blank, period.
Or female. I mean, you know, so.
Yeah, when I say nigga, I'm covering the whole. I'm talking about the guys, the chicks. If this is the route you go in order for you to checkmate your relationship, you's a fucking lame. Because see, and guess what? You living on borrowed time.
Exactly.
The relationship on borrowed time. Because what, in the words of the late great Tupac Shakur, it's only so long fake thugs can pretend. It's only so long, brother. And eventually,
I thought Nas said that, but all right, go ahead.
Now, see, now we're not going to even go this route today, are we? This is what we don't.
You know, I could be wrong. Obviously,
Oh,
you're telling me I'm wrong.
you-
I know you're Tupac aficionado, so I'm not gonna even get into it.
You definitely wrong. But
Okay.
I'm just saying though. He said it. And in the words of our homie, Mr. Reg 83, he said that shit and he meant it. and no, and that's real. But that's so true though, man. It's just fucking facts. You know what? I respect the person that comes clean and says, yo, this is me, accept it or reject it.
Right.
I respect that individual. What I don't respect, like you just said a couple of minutes ago, well, it ain't like a lot, I just didn't tell you, or
right.
well, I know
that's the famous line.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, I hate a fucking deal breaker. Don't make a deal with me and break it. I hate that shit with a passion, bro. That's the kind of shit that make me run down on a motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? If we sit down and we make an arrangement, and we say, yo, this is how it's gonna go down, and you're telling me this, and I'm hearing, I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying to you, yeah, I'm with it, let's do it. But then we get halfway through the process, and now you start talking out the side of your fucking neck, talking out your ass. Yo, you don't understand, bro. That right there, that could bring a 187 out of me real quick. It really can. Like, it'll make me want to literally end a nigga. Because to me, I can't stand a fucking lying sack of shit.
Wait, you know what? Wait, let me stop right there. I want you to continue this. Disclaimer. Nobody's killing anybody, okay? He just was giving an example, all right? Continue on.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. That good disclaimer. Good disclaimer. Ain't about that. What I'm just saying, though, it makes me want to take it there. You know what I'm saying? Because
it gets your blood boiling, you know what I'm saying?
Like, why is you playing games and wasting my fucking time? Go play games with somebody the fuck else, man. I'm not a play toy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no nut ass nigga. And you're not gonna treat me like I'm a nut ass nigga. You feel? So, like, and then again, it's levels to that too. Because maybe from a female's perspective or a male's perspective, in your life, if you're accustomed to dealing with nut ass niggas, guess what? When you run across a real nigga, you're gonna come to this real nigga doing nut ass shit, and it ain't gonna mix. And that's reality.
Yo, man. You know what, I gotta say this much, man. I mean, I think that sometimes, I always say this, man. Like I said plenty of times on a podcast, whatever. Sometimes people, you get it over your head, and this turns into that, and that turns into this, and now that makes the person on the other side have to retract everything you said. Now I got to go back to find out exactly what was going on during this time. Because now if you tell me what you want to tell me, I'm not even trusting that. Like, well, damn, like, I mean, you had X amount of time to tell me, so now I got to figure out my own truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly happened in between this time? That's
so real, because motherfuckers don't seem to get that. They don't understand how much credibility and trust. Like, yo, once you damage your credibility as a man or a woman, especially with the likes of me, and once I kind of got you figured to be a fucking liar, now, yeah, I'm looking at you side-eye with everything. Because I just don't trust nothing you say. I don't trust much of what you're doing. I feel like you're always on angles now. Because that's the way you made it. I wasn't viewing you like that at first, but that's how I'm viewing you now. Because of your movements. See, I was raised this way, right? I was always told, don't worry about what you hear people say. Watch what you see them do. So, early on, in a situation such as a relationship, I mean, when you on that courting phase, a motherfucker gonna sit down, they're gonna give you what they want you to have. They're gonna give you that in a sad, that fake game. They're gonna give you the fake blueprint. They're not giving you the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Then as time goes along, you start to see, you be like, damn, like, this ain't the same. If you're a female, you like, this ain't the same dude I met a couple months ago, a year ago. If you're a guy, you're like, yo, what's up with this chick? This ain't the same chick that I met.
I'm noticing the changes. I'm noticing everything, because you know what though? Just because people let you get away with stuff don't mean they're not watching or listening.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they be like, yeah, okay. Let me double check this fact.
bro. If I had, you know what? If I had $1,000 for every time I said that, what you just said, we could both retire right now. We wouldn't have to do shit. I have said that so many times. Just because I don't take the time to check you or call you on something, please don't think I'm blind to what's going on.
Right.
See, I may be a lot of things, but one thing I ain't nothing like. I ain't nobody's fool. I've been a brilliant motherfucker a long time. That's how I've been around as long as I've been around. I ain't survived this many years being a fucking idiot. And it's insulting to me when a fucking idiot tries to make an idiot out of me. And that's reality.
No, real shit though, man. Like, you know, and that's the one thing people don't understand. Oh, nah, it ain't, he ain't. Nigga, why you think he ain't saying too much or she ain't saying too much or the situation is not going the way you think it's going? Because at the end of the day, they're staring at, like, you know what? Oh, you think I'm gonna do this? Let me stare him this way. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna outthink you. So before you even hit me with the bullshit, all right, and nah, because we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, all right, that's cool. Yeah. All right, I seen you coming. I seen you coming pre-snap, baby. I seen it.
I done changed the play 2-3 times, and you still running around. You still sitting up here waiting for the play that you thought you read.
Exactly.
It's pathetic, man. You know what I mean? You know, excuse me.
That was uncalled for.
What's the problem?
That was just uncalled for.
Well, no, when you start talking about pre-snaps and all that kind of shit, I don't know, it just made me go somewhere else for a second. That's all.
That was uncalled for, but it's cool though. That's what's up. That's what you want to do. That's fine. I have no issue with it. So listen, right? So I think we're on the same accordance, whatever.
No doubt.
I think if that happens, whatever, then you might as well don't waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Save your energy for the right situation. It could be a situation, it could be a person. Save your time for that. You know what I'm saying? Save your energy for that. Because what's going to wind up happening is you're going to wind up losing time, frustrated, possibly mad, possibly getting into some real shit, when you could have just sidestepped it and said, oh, you got it, go ahead.
I 110% agree with that line of thinking. If you discover that it's all bullshit, because guess what? If it was bullshit at the beginning,
it's going to be more bullshit at the end.
It's bullshit right the fuck now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even nothing to debate at that point. You should immediately hit the fucking brakes. In that shit. It ain't worth it, bro.
And you know what though? However hard it is or whatever you invested, sometimes it's better to walk away losing. I'm not gonna say everything I'm gonna say. It's better walking away losing $50. Okay, I'm not saying 200. All right, it's better to walk away losing $500,000 than investing 10,000 and losing that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's better for you to walk away. I mean, with a clear conscience than to have your mind all fucked up and twisted. Now you can't even get straight for the next situation.
There you go. Exactly. See. We really what Martin say. We here, baby. Because real shit, you will go into you're right. You'll go into your next situation damaged goods because of what you went through in this other shit with this fucking lane. It ain't worth it, man.
Now you walking on eggshells when there's nothing to be walked on, and now you done fucked up that situation because the person like, man, this nigga or this chick tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like they on some other shit. But they don't know what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't take the time to decompress. Exactly.
That's why, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you, it's sometimes in life it's better to just cut your losses, just like they do in sports, brother. Sometimes a team and a situation could be so fucked up that they just blow the whole thing up and start all over.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people they use the fear and or concern of loss like you say, losing material things, a house, a car, or this or that. Man, fuck all that.
The same way you gained it, you could lose it and get it back.
Exactly. You can get all that shit back.
You know what I'm saying?
Leave that motherfucker with all that shit. And let him know.
You know what though? The crazy part is the one thing you can't get back is your confidence, your motherfucking just your well self-being. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that back because once it's broken, it's so many pieces to pick up. And then you got to figure out it takes some people are great at it. It take them 6 months, take them a year. Some people never come back. Some people it might take them 5 to 10 years.
And you never get back the time you lost.
Exactly. So now take me. I'm 39. So I go through some shit and I'm stressed out about it or whatever. Now I'm 45 trying to put the pieces back together. Nigga, you halfway through your life.
Pretty much.
And these days you might be 3/4 the way through it. Shit, the way shit going. Like
basically.
So for sure, let's move on from that. We're gonna touch on this really lightly because them first 2 subjects were really really lengthy, but it was good though. It was good convo. We're gonna get into one of your guys from college, Keyontae Johnson, collapsing mid-court, and just let's touch really briefly on the effects of athletes risking their lives during these times, man. These COVID times. So we got to really respect them for entertaining us at some point too. You know what I'm saying? We got to respect them. So I mean, I just feel as though I feel bad for the youngin. As we talked or whatever, this could be life changing from him, man. He was going to a path to where as though possibly outside of the lottery, possibly a lottery pick, who knows, depending on the way they viewed him. You know what I'm saying? You know, and now it's like he's fighting just to get back to normalcy.
Yeah, that's rough, brother, and that's really rough because you know, this is when you realize that as high in regard we hold these sports, and for the athlete themselves, because it could change their lives, you know,
exactly. It's a life changing thing.
But this is how you get reminded that life preservation trumps all. You know what I'm saying? Even if he never, and I'm not saying that I hope this to be the situation. I'm hoping that he can make a full recovery, and I'm hoping that he can go on to experience that, you know, playing at that next level.
Right.
But guess what? If that part never happens, but he has his life, he can go on and he can live and he can experience being around. That right there is more valuable than any NBA contract he could ever sign.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
So yeah, like this, so situations like that, it's like a, you know, pardon the pun, it's a reality check.
Right.
Wow. It's a reality check, you know, and when I heard that he was in that medically induced coma, I was like, oh man, that's
right. That's never good. I mean, he's a kid. I mean, I ain't gonna say he's a kid, but he is though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like you out here entertaining whatever, trying to build, as we say, generational wealth, whatever, so that way your family doesn't have to worry about anything going down the line. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna take care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? And to have that happen, I mean, it's bad, but I mean, like we talked before, whatever. It's a lot of athletes I think that have went through this as well. Some not making it out of it, man. I mean, some of them really passed away. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got your Hank Gathers, your Reggie Lewises, you know what I'm saying? Guys of that stature, whatever. It's like, damn, like, you know, you was right there. Hank Gathers was right there going into the NBA. Reggie Lewis was right there in the NBA trying to make his moniker, trying to replace Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you passed away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, man. Like, and one thing I do want to know, but I think we're going to have to double back on this on a later episode, whatever. I want to find out what the Celtics did for his family. I want to know what Loyola Marymount did for Hank Gathers' family. Did they offer, hey, listen, you know, maybe, I think he had kids. I'm not sure. I mean, he might have had one kid. I'm not sure. Or maybe to say, you know, he got a younger sibling, we're going to give him a free scholarship. You know what I'm saying? You know, did anything like that happen? I highly doubt it. But as fucked up as it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially when you know damn well you done made all types of paper off of this man.
Exactly.
You know? And to not do nothing at all.
Right.
Yeah, that's beyond fucked up.
The one thing I gotta say, I respect the coach, y'all coach or whatever. I respect I respect every player on that floor or whatever, because it wasn't about them at that point. It was about him.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I could definitely say, and when I saw everything that I saw, I'm like, all right, they truly care. You know what I'm saying? They get it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I got to say, as much as I hate to do this, respect to the University of Florida Gators basketball team. Y'all class act.
Okay, wait a minute, man. Now, see, you act like. Listen.
Wait. For the sake of time, we can't do this right now. For the sake of time, we can't do it. We can't do it.
No, fuck that.
I'm just saying, man. We on a time crunch right now, bro.
I'm gonna just say this one thing, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Now,
Okay.
I know how you said basketball team, like you was trying to omit the football team. I get you, but you know, I don't know why you got so much hate for the football team. We not the ones that beat y'all ass after that game back in the day. It wasn't the Oregon Ducks that did that, or was that the Hurricanes?
No. Feel me on this one, though, man. I mean, I just really feel as though it was a lot of overhype back in the days about, you know, Danny Werfel, Chris Leak, Jesse Palmer. I can go on, but you know, I'm not going to do that. There was a lot of hype that was given. The fun and gun. I mean, all that, whatever.
Hey! I could name some quarterbacks too. Was a lot of hype about that. I mean, what? The
fuck?
For
sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, we don't have good quarterbacks, but our quarterbacks were never hyped up. I mean, just because they wasn't the Heisman, because they were better than everybody else in the country that year, that's not our fault. What I'm saying is, whatever. As a Florida State University, supporter, I'm just saying more or less like, we never say, oh, this is quarterback you. We never said all that. You know what I mean? Oh, Tim T. Anyway. We never said this is quarterback you, X, Y, and Z, and all that. You know what I'm saying? We just went out there and whooped ass and won a national championship and got a Heisman. You know?
Wait a minute. First of all, how many Heisman winners y'all got? I know Charlie Ward. Who else?
Famous Jameis.
Oh, yeah. Crab Man. All right, go ahead. Who else?
Famous Jameis. I believe going back in the day, right. Burt Reynolds. I think he won the Heisman. We're going to leave it at that. I'm just saying, he was in the Marlboro Man, right? That was his movie?
All right, wait a minute. Hold up.
No, The Longest Yard. There you go.
Yeah. Did he have on some tight-ass jeans with penny loafers when he accepted it? And a leather jacket?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter at all. I believe he accepted that award and got out of Dodge.
I got a question. Do we be putting dimes in his penny loafers?
Man, listen, we going to the next subject, man. We waste too much time on this because I don't even know what's going on here. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, man. So the big signing over these last couple of days of Giannis for 5 years, $228 million. We're going to touch on that and other rumblings or possible trades that's been passed along during this time, whatever. I'm gonna let you start this off. How do you feel about? Let's get into the Giannis thing. How do you feel about that?
You know what, man? First of all, I'm happy to the brother for getting his money. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when you speak out against the athlete signing a big deal, the average motherfucker right away, they want to call you a hater and you're jealous and you're this and you're that. But
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna break down this whole signing and why. Go ahead.
But I personally feel like until Giannis shows me that he can be consistent, he ain't got to be lethal. Just be consistent from the perimeter. I just don't see the point of too much Giannis hype because he's a great player and to an extent. He's just not flat out great. He's great to an extent. He could do a lot of things. Greek freak. I mean, he's the Greek freak for a reason, even though I always thought that nickname was kind of fraud.
Is he really though? Whatever.
I mean, well, he's athletic. He can affect on defense. He He can affect a lot of shots around the basket. He can rebound. He's going to rebound. He could be a problem on ball defender because of his athleticism and his length, arm, wingspan. I mean, and the guy gets off the floor like, with the best of them. So, I mean, I get it. I get why anybody would look at him and say, damn, this dude, I mean, he passes the eye test in a lot of areas. However, once again, it takes me right back around to how I began this conversation when I said, until he shows me consistency, the perimeter, I can't get but so hype about it. And then, so now I say to the Bucks, suppose he never does. And y'all spent how much?
Man, it's a pretty. He's the highest paid player in NBA history at this point. I think in sport, not because I think that's Mahomes, but he's the highest paid player in NBA history right now.
I like how you set that up. No, keep going. No, we ain't got this sidetrack. My bad. Go ahead.
Anyway, so all right. So my take on it is this. Here's my thing. I understand Milwaukee. I understand their stance in this whole deal. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. You don't know what's on the other side of him. You've got a guy who's won back-to-back MVPs. At this point, nobody's bringing no asses in the seats. But if everything was normal, yeah, of course he will bring the town out. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
My problem is this though. If you got a guy who clearly, I think we talked about this before too, who it's not playoff made. He's not. Okay. We see a lot of. I mean, everybody. I think who was it? Was it Budenholzer who exposed him? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Budenholzer with the Hawks, and then they signed Budenholzer. He can't even figure out how to get this dude loose. All you got to do is don't let him run fast breaks and create a wall where he gets to about the 3-point line. He's shook. Not giving you $40 million a year for that. Just not. I'm sorry. I need for you to either develop that perimeter game or find a way to get around what they're doing to you. This is about the third straight year he gets in the playoffs and it's a dud. He hasn't even got to the Eastern Conference Championship.
Well,
now, I understand it's not all on him. You have to build a better team around him. Now, let's take that. Let's take his salary. How are you going to pull this off? You're a small market team. How do you pull off having him and having Drew Holiday? They took his salary as well, which I think was a good signing for them. But they need a lot more on that team.
Well, let me ask you a question. Has he ever, to your recollection, and see, and people got to keep in mind what aspect I'm asking this question in. Has he ever had a really legitimate point guard? See, he might need a point guard who can set him up, get him in the right position so he could be his most effective. Somebody like a Chris Paul. Not saying that he needs to get...
Right, remember they were looking at him and they were looking at Rondo too.
Somebody like Chris Paul.
Now here's the problem. Remember, everybody thought that, and I never really thought this. I gave him props for doing it. Remember, Jason Kidd had turned him into a point forward at some point in time. And now I get the reason why he did it, because once he's like a freight train on a break.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is, though, sometimes a freight train on the break has to stop on a dime and pull up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I got three people in my Euro step lane, because that's all you're going to do is Euro step. I know that. Everybody else in the world knows it. He's going Euro step and dunk. If I got two players right there, it don't matter which way you Euro step. I got somebody from the left, and I got somebody for the right. That's all it is, a left step, a right step, a left step. You stop.
Yeah, if he's put in a situation where he's forced to get a rock up, which is really what would happen there, most likely he's going to end up trying to just give it up.
Probably going to make the wrong pass.
it's probably going to make the wrong pass. And it's not only that, the best way to make sure a player can't score is to get the ball out of his hands. He can't score if he ain't got the rock. So if he gives it up, maybe like you said, maybe about the 3-point line or maybe a little in.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, homie, you better be savvy enough to make some vicious ass cuts to that basket in hopes of getting it right back. So
Right.
So you can use that athleticism. But see, I feel as though if he had a point guard such as someone like a Paul or Kid would have been a good point guard for him too if they, had they played in the same.
Yeah, because Kid's gonna take the ball out of bounds and you fill the lanes. Let me deal with this. Figuring out where the ball should go on the perimeter at breakneck speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll figure that part out.
Exactly. So I think that would help him, man. I don't think that who's been there at point and when I say who, I don't just mean
they really haven't had a legitimate point. I mean, you figure Malcolm Brogdon and Eric Bledsoe. So I mean,
they're not it. That's not, you see, and they're not to say that they're bad players, because I'm not saying that, but they're not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely not.
They're not that setup man. They're not Paul. They're not Kid. You know what I'm saying? They're not BJ Armstrong.
Did this nigga just say BJ Armstrong? You know what? This is fucking ridiculous. All right.
All right, listen, homie. First of all, I was joking because I knew it was going to. But see, you're not gonna sit up there and say ridiculous. That's just disrespecting.
He was a shooter. He wasn't a point. I mean, okay. I give him his props. He did go to the All-Star game that 1 year when he played with Charlotte. After, I guess that was just to prove, so Mike, nigga, I don't really need you. I'm an All-Star without you, whatever. But that's neither here nor there.
But he had it. Well, listen, his job wasn't a hard one. Pass it to Mike and spot up. I mean, his job wasn't hard.
So this is what I'm saying, whatever. And we're going to close it down after this one, whatever, because we still got to get to other rumblings. I want to touch on a couple of things as well. When you come down as a point guard, whatever, and you pass the ball to Mike, technically Mike is the point guard. In that triangle offense, he is, because he dictates everything that happens.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So if they had it set up to where as though with Giannis like that, whatever, to where it's, all right, I need you to be a filler. When you're not a filler, all right, you're 7 feet. I'm going to throw you the rock, whatever. I'm going to control this fast break thing, whatever. When you come down, whatever, post up, I'm going to give you the rock, make your decision from there. The same thing where everybody did with Shaq.
That would help see, and again, like you said, we're going to move on to other shit, but that goes right back to what I've been saying about the NBA getting away from the... Now, if he would just flash to a spot, like you said, lock somebody in the post real quick, receive a pass, use that athleticism and go right up, man, he could probably put about another 10 points on his average just doing that. Exactly. If he can just learn how to do that and do it consistently. Everything ain't a fucking jump shot, and that's reality.
All right, bro, we gotta move on. All right, so as far as other rumblings around the league, I'm gonna touch very lightly on this, whatever. Russ going to Washington, I'm not sure. Wall going to Houston. I've heard that Harden doesn't want to play in Houston anymore, so it doesn't make any sense. However, he did get Boogie to go with him. I don't know how Boogie is faring or whatever. I don't know. Still preseason, so I have no clue. Another thing I want to touch on, going back to the Giannis thing, whatever. If I was the Bucks, I probably would not have. Well, I'm sorry. If I was Giannis, I wouldn't have signed there in my prime years. Just throwing that out there. If I was Giannis, I would not have signed that big contract in my prime years because now I'm wasting time. Nobody's going to go there to play, and that's just bottom line.
But see, it might be making a very loud statement in a low key way. It's all about that right now.
True, and I ain't mad at him. Shit, last year is $51 million by itself. So
exactly. So why not if they willing to pay it?
Right. So all right. So as far as Harden goes, all right, so I don't understand him, whatever. He's trying to force his way out to go to Brooklyn, which I don't understand. Or the Sixers. I don't understand that as well. Because you're not the answer in either situation. I think you will weigh them teams down.
Well, you know what? Keep this in mind about Harden. See, when they decided to put Harden at point guard in Houston, he didn't always do that, and he still was a great player without handling the ball all the time. People seem to forget that. Like he was like it's like you've gotten so accustomed to him being ball dominant now. It's
Right.
almost like we forget he wasn't always that guy. He was playing off the ball at one point.
Right.
And
Yeah,
still-
coming off screens, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I mean, I feel like he can go back to that. I mean, shit. If he was to go to, if he went to Brooklyn, he would have to because Kyrie is the point guard. He's the
As far as that goes, I don't know. I think KD should handle the rock most of the times. I just think he's the better decision maker, and he don't think the earth is flat. So I think that's just better, in my personal opinion.
All right. Okay.
Now, as far as the Sixers thing, whatever, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think that if he went there, I mean, well, would he be the ball handler there?
Well, Ben will have to go. Ben
Yeah,
Simmons got here.
that's what I'm saying. Ben ain't gonna be there, so would he now be the? Is it him now? Is he the point guard now?
I would trust him more in that aspect because you know what though? At least when Joel can go and post up now, he has a viable shooter out there who he can depend on to make the shot.
Right. And that is the one aspect of that I like. It creates an inside out situation that's kind of lethal.
Right.
If Joel take his old fucking see, I almost did it. I ain't gonna do it.
Because you about to
If he would just go ahead down there and post the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Go down there and try to show everybody why they were comparing him to Elijah Wan at a point in time. Because
he's not a king, but okay.
Yeah,
That's
I was about to say, you don't hear that shit no more.
Yeah, he's not a king. He's not flat out. Like,
but
first of all, he walked like he got a fucking refrigerator on his back. I mean, that's not a king.
look, man, he cried when he lost in the playoffs. So that shows emotion. You know what I'm saying? He had passion because he cried. But anyway, if he would just go down there and play the way a big man is supposed to play, and then you got Harden out there creating, I mean, yeah, it could create a lethal situation.
Right. Inside, outside.
Inside, outside. You know what I'm saying? And
the thing about it is, not to cut you off, but Harden does still have the point guard. He's still got the passing ability. He's still got the handle to get into the lane and throw a oop or throw it, you know what I mean? A no look. I mean, he can get Embiid points.
But you know what, though, now, as far as Embiid goes, I got this to say to him. And I'm representing for my main man still because I see him on the shirt. Don't you get tired of this shit?
Yo, man. All right, so moving along from that. Oh, you know, wait, before we leave, I'm going to touch on like I said, I'm not sure about Russ in Washington. Him and Bradley Beal could be good. It depends on what state of mind Russ is in, I guess. That's the only thing I can say.
I would like to touch lightly on something concerning him. And this is going to be real brief. Real talk. He's starting to paint his way into a corner, bro. I mean, it seemed like when he was with you guys, he was who he was. The bottom fell out that situation for whatever reason. Left there, went to Houston. That shit
Who
ain't
sticks in Houston though? Chris Paul went there, and Dan never had him in the finals. They traded him the next year, so it was like Houston was on some shit.
But to Russ, you're running out of places to go, brother.
Like, I was I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised to see him. I knew he wanted out for whatever reason. I think him and Harden decided. The one thing that I heard that kind of made sense from whatever we've been, again, 2020. The actual owner, not Daryl Morey, but the actual owner he made some comments that he shouldn't have made on black people during the whole situation that was going on.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard, yeah. That's what sparked the initial Russ and Harden want to get out of there. Everybody, oh, Russ can't play with Harden. He wants to leave. It wasn't that. That's what they saying. I forgot. You know, when I find the article, I'm gonna send it to you, whatever, because it was pretty deep.
Okay.
So it wasn't the fact that they couldn't get along or they couldn't play together. You got to think they've been friends before they even got in the league.
Okay.
So it was more or less one of them things. They wasn't feeling ownership. And if you notice when they talk to Harden now, what's up with the trade request? For right now, I'm here. That's all I'm worried about. For right now, though.
Okay.
So let's see. You was almost trying to go there, my boy. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Come on.
Sorry. So let's move forward, man. Let's go to man. Let's go to the NFL MVP discussion. Oh, you couldn't see that. My bad.
Hey, what the fuck was that? Like,
no, just looking at something.
I don't even want to know. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Discussion. What about it, man?
So, who do you think should be the MVP this year? I mean, we only got 2 weeks left, so it's a regular season award, right?
All right. Well, first of all, I know my team got 3 games left. My team do. I don't know how many.
Okay, you know what? My bad. It is 3 games. My fault. You know what? Okay. Fantasy's still stuck in my mind. I don't know why, even though it's still stuck in my mind. But go ahead. Okay,
so now, who do I think? I mean, if you go off the numbers, and going off of the numbers, if you're going off of that, you would have to say that Patrick Mahomes is the front runner to win the award. That don't mean he deserved to win it, but I'm just saying he would be the front runner if you're going off the numbers. Now, listen, don't take that personal, brother. It's not.
I'm not taking it personal. I'm not taking it personal at all. I'm not at all.
Because there's another quarterback running around out here that's putting in a lot of work, and I'm just saying, Josh Allen definitely deserves consideration. Now,
you know what? This is fucking sad. It's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. You're a homer, man. You're just a straight up and down homer. But go ahead, it's cool.
Okay, no, I'm not a homer, and I'm about to point something out. And see, this is gonna make you mad. When you look at what Patrick Mahomes has done since he's been at the helm in Kansas City, right? It's been very impressive statistically. But I remember I sent you some information once before, and I'm gonna see if I can find that graphic again, where Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith.
You talking about the combine?
No. This ain't got shit to do with the combine.
All right.
Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith, his last year there with y'all, their stats was damn near identical. So,
boy. So now,
brother, can I finish, brother?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I apologize. Go ahead. Continue on, good brother. Continue on.
But when you look at what Josh Allen is doing up in Buffalo, I know I did that shit there since Jim Kelly. So, I mean, all I'm saying is this. An MVP is supposed to be that. And I feel in both situations, if you remove said player from their team, I think that Andy Reid, fucking.
Wait, there's no need for that. There's no need for that.
You're right.
There's no need for no name calling now. Come on.
I'll stop myself. I feel like Andy Reid would stand a way better chance of plugging in somebody that could replicate his results than we could on our side. Now, listen, understand. Of course, you're not going to find nobody that's going to run all over the field and then throw a no-look pass fucking from one hash mark to the other. No, you're not going to find that. But at the end of the day, if I throw for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, you throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. Does it matter if my shit was no look, but yours wasn't? It does not. If you had no look passes in your if I had no look passes in my highlight reel, you ain't have not a one, but you matched me yard for yard, touchdown for touchdown. Neither one of us turned it over, What the fuck does it mean at the end of the day? Not a whole lot of shit. It was just a lot of mustard on that hot dog, bro. And that's reality.
Okay, so clearly you hate Patrick Mahomes. That's fine. All right, so listen. Let me explain to you. You know what? Look,
what you got from that?
Yeah, that's all I got from that. I mean, all that you said, that's what I got. But, I took something else from it. I'm going to tell you what I took from it. You want a complete breakdown. Okay, so, I mean, as you should understand, we both had offensive line problems this year, right?
Yeah, no doubt. No
Okay,
doubt.
so, I mean, we're still not 100% on the line. Hence the reason why Mahomes is doing a lot of crazy shit, because he can, and we need him to. Alex Smith couldn't do what he do. Alex Smith is 1, 2, 3 off the back foot, it comes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off the back foot, it comes out. Not 1, 2, 3, oh shit, they on my ass, let me reverse field, and then throw the ball mechanically the wrong fucking way and still complete the pass. That's not going to happen with Alex Smith.
I just said that though.
So listen to whatever. Now, so if you take those two plays, whatever, when Patrick Mahomes is in trouble, Alex Smith will be sacked or be an interception. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right. But now, see, here's the thing. Wait. Here's the thing. Is Alex Smith gonna not look to get rid of the rock so he don't be in that situation? Like you said, when you feel that heat bearing down on you, instead of trying to make the spectacular play, he just tries to live to fight another down.
Right.
But
that's now, that's what bit us in the ass against New England all them years. That's what bit us in the ass. Because I'm just gonna take the safe throw. Fuck it. I understood what he was doing. He was doing what he could. I'm not knocking him for it. However, with Mahomes, I'm going to play with y'all a little bit. And I'm going to figure some shit out on the go. That's what put us on the upper echelon of things.
But now, can I say something else, too? You know your last game. No, brother.
You know what? Fuck that last game. Don't bring that shit up, for number one. And for number two is whatever. He was trying some shit he should have been trying. Sometimes, Mahomes was getting practice moves. So whatever.
Are you talking about that long-ass sack he gave?
I can even go down to the one interception, he couldn't do nothing about that. Remember, it was tipped or whatever, boom, boom. But I didn't like the fact he kept trying the corners. They got some good ass corners. If you got Kelsey in the middle, just throw to Kelsey.
Can I
Fuck,
say,
he gonna air it. He got a gunslinger mentality, which bit him in the ass last game. We still happen to win though.
Josh be killing them. Like he plays some of his best football against the Dolphins every time he ever step on the field. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's just that when he
it's a division rivalry. He's used to seeing these guys at least twice a year.
Well, that's true. I'll give you that. But
you know what I'm saying? So it's Mahomes' first time. Like, I'm gonna try. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like,
I'm not even talking about the interceptions though. I'm talking about that long ass sack that he gave up. Remember when he was trying to do?
Yeah, he was trying some shit and it didn't work out. Yeah,
and he got tripped up. Like he looked a little surprised. Main man got at him too. He looked up like, damn, this nigga got me. Like the fuck? Like
who the fuck are you? But honestly though, whatever. I'm just gonna say this, man. So for the sake of time, I'm gonna go into it. I think it should be co-MVPs this year.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes and who? Because I know Patrick is one of them.
I got love for Alex Smith, man. Don't make me go there with him. All right? I think that's what you're trying to do. So I'm not going to fall into it.
I honestly did not mean to say his name just now. That was a slip up. But
you really did. But it's all good though. So of course, actually, I would say this. Just because the obvious is going to be the obvious, I think Mahomes should be the MVP because he's just that type of player, and we are 12-1, and we are chugging along. My co-MVP will be Derrick Henry. Reason being is because he's doing some historical, phenomenal shit as well.
Right.
And let's give the running back some credit too, man.
Oh, that team ain't shit without him.
MVP.
That's yeah, like because he commands so much attention.
Exactly. And he comes through time after time. Like you know when you got a good back, when you can I'm gonna give your boy first props because if I don't say it, then if I say Thurman's on the field, we gonna get this. We scoring. Barry's on the field, we scoring. Emmett's on the field, we're scoring. Jim Brown's on the field, we're scoring. Gale Sayers on the field, we're scoring. I think the team believes if they hand the ball off to him, they have a chance every single time.
It's a lot of Walter Payton fans that's going to be looking for you because you ain't say Walter Payton.
I mean, Walter Payton and whatever. I mean, all right, I give Walter his props. Fucking defense carried him, but that's fine. Like, but I'm just saying, though, when you think about it, though, whatever, like, Derrick Henry really, I mean, I think he's had, like, what, 2 walk-off game running touchdowns? That's very hard to do. Very hard to do.
It is, and I think he just ran for over 200 yards again last week, right?
He just had 215.
Yeah. So all right. I mean, but you know what though? See now, and this is where the politics of it all comes into play.
He's not going to get 2 stacks, but unless you get 2 stacks, that's where you come into that discussion. Because remember, Adrian Peterson had to do that year to get the MVP.
Does it? He's definitely leading the league in rushing, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure, no doubt. I mean, Dalvin Cook is second, and it was a battle all throughout the year. But the way I look at it is this. I mean, Derrick Henry is like I don't want to say this because I didn't see Jim Brown play, but I kind of see what people are saying because in that AFC Championship game last year, whatever, we had to meet him every time at the line. That was mandated to have a chance in that game. And we still was down. It's a ball control thing. Like, they play solid defense and ball control, but he's the main cog in that.
No doubt.
Who the fuck is everything? Ryan Tannehill? Who gives a fuck about Ryan Tannehill? Let's be honest. I mean, let's be real. You've seen him enough to know, like, he ain't it. But right. He's an Alex Smith. Whereas, though, he might not hurt you. He might not help you too much, but he ain't going to fuck you around either. So I'm just going to say whatever. Those are my co-MVPs, Mahomes and Derrick Henry. So you have Mahomes, you okay with that?
Yeah, Mahomes and Josh Allen. My fault, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm just going to move along. I'm just going to move along. There's nothing else I can do. There's nothing else I can do with her. I mean, this guy's having a phenomenal season, having walk-off runs, whatever, whereas though, like, it's all on him. And then you talking about some damn Josh Allen. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, because some damn Josh Allen that got us 1 win away from clinching our first AFC East title in I don't know how many years. And I want to say this to all of the Pittsburgh Steelers fans that's been talking shit because we put our foot in y'all fucking ass. Y'all need to fall back with all that because don't get mad at me that y'all team is whack, and that's reality.
Hey, maybe if the receivers stop TikTok dancing, whatever, they be all right. Shit.
Man, yo, you know what? The crazy part about that, bro.
Wait, I gotta ask you something off camera too, whatever, because something just came to my head. Go ahead.
But the Bulls said that he is not going to stop TikTok dancing on other teams' logos. He didn't put it out there. He said he's not going to stop, even though it's been documented that actually gave us motivation coming into that night.
Yeah, because I think Josh Allen gave a speech to the team before y'all went out. Yeah,
and he said, "Listen." He said, we ain't doing all that. We're going to let them do all of the talking and the fucking dancing. We here to work. You know what I'm saying? So, like, hey, you know what I mean? Go ahead, do that bullshit. What's that hopping dumb? Do that dumb shit. Do all that. Keep doing it. Looking like a fucking clown. And then take it out. Yeah, keep doing that weak shit. Him and Chase or Clace or whatever the fuck. Say no, Chase Claypool. Keep doing that shit. How you gonna have more videos than you got catches?
Yeah, that's a little wild. Like you're doing way too much. But as we always talk, it's the social media age. Maybe he making more bread off TikTok than he is in his actual contract. Who the fuck knows?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? But let's go to a newer segment, but we got to get back into it. Why are you so Joe? So I want to start this one off, man. So my problem is this, man. We got a lot of recruits As we know, Deion Sanders, which I respect him, he went to Jackson State to be the head coach. Don't know how he qualifies, but whatever. And you got to figure a lot of commitments have been flipping 4-star, 3-star recruits, whatever, from the likes of Georgia, Florida State. I mean, like people are flipping towards him. Now, here's my problem with this. Here's my problem. Okay. Yo, nobody don't need to see all that shit. It's preseason, dog. Why you so hyped?
My bad, man. Go ahead.
Damn, that was you really gunning for the gusto tonight, man. Damn. All right, so getting to this whole Deion and everybody flipping to him at Jackson State, which I'm kind of opposed to it because you know what? You guys signed to Power 5 conferences. You guys signed to a place to where as though if you don't make it here or whatever, you're probably not going to make it in the league, honestly. Let's be real. But instead, you opt to go with Deion to Jackson State. I mean, besides him coaching the Suns in Texas, what has he really done on the coaching side of things? Why would you gamble your future on somebody with the unknown? Instead of getting in there or whatever and getting in the ground with the actual Power 5 conferences, not get this whole, HBCU and we're going to try to, filter the money into them. It's not going to happen. It's just really not. There's not enough attraction. It's not. If Jackson State is the best team in HBCU college or whatever, they trashing everybody. They're not going to the college football playoffs. They're not. It's a step below, so why step your game down? That's not to say you can't get drafted. Not saying that. But it's just a lot of dick sucking because of Deion Sanders. And I just don't understand it. I would understand if he had Jackson State rocking and he transferred and went to Temple. It's still D1, okay. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what Deion going with D1. Not this shit. And now, so let me guess. When it doesn't work out for you, yeah, well, I did it because of the cause and I did it for the culture and now you're fucked. Because trust and believe, Deion ass can get fired too.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
He's not above the law.
Right.
And again, I bring it to what garners him, honestly, to get a college head coaching job. I don't understand it.
I mean,
and people, this is not hate. I just want to, if somebody can tell me, please, he's probably the greatest cornerback we ever seen with our eyes. I understand that. That doesn't translate to coaching though.
Right.
There's so many different aspects. That's why the greatest players don't become coaches because they can't fucking deal with it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what garners him to say, oh, well, I'm going to Jackson State and I'm going to be, because he tried to come to us first and he was like, nah, like, you want to be a special teams coach or something like that? You want to do weight training? You want to talk to the cornerbacks? That's cool. You're not going to come in here and fuck this shit up. We already fucked up.
That was going to be my question, too. I was going to ask about that. I was going to say, well, did he try to be a Seminole coach? I mean...
He really did, yo. He really did. That was his first thing. This was like a year ago. I can fix Florida State. Yeah, you can't. You really can't. I'm sorry.
Hey, brother.
I'm just saying, man. We're not playing Madden Ultimate Team. We're not in the schoolyard. This shit really counts for some people. This really counts for these kids, man.
Oh yeah.
It really do. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting up here, I'm Deion Sanders. I can conquer all worlds. No, the fuck you can't. So I'm gonna leave that where, like, I just feel as though these kids need to wake up and go get your chances where your chances. Follow your first mind. Once you start switching, it becomes a problem.
No doubt.
Now you are next with your boy, Colin Coward. Let's go.
Okay, this ain't gonna be long and drawn out at all. I'm just gonna go and jump right into this. Colin, I've seen a lot of dick eaters in my time, bro. But you got to be one of the most just how can I say, notorious dick eaters in the history of dick eaters.
Okay, all right. So you're saying he in the Hall of Fame? All right, I got you.
Yeah, he definitely is, because for one, he just can't keep his fucking nut chugging lips out of Western New York. It started off when my main man first came into the league. When Josh came into the league, it seemed like he had a lot of negative shit to say in the beginning. When the Bills was bringing it all together initially, he had a lot of shit to talk, and none of it was good. There was always something with this clown. He always had something to say, always doubting, always trying to throw shade repeatedly. Anybody that's a Bills fan especially knows I'm speaking facts right now. However, now that everything seems to be coming together, now that Josh is proving all of the naysayers wrong, because, see, that bull's a gamer, and apparently the work ethic that we've heard about is real, because it's translating to what you see on the field. But now all of a sudden, this dude got the audacity. He got the audacity to say out of his mouth that we the best team in the league. How you go from being a bona fide hater to saying we the best? No, see, we don't want your praise, bro. The Mafia don't need you. We don't need your kind. You's a move faking fraud. You know what I'm saying? Go beat Joe with these other motherfuckers that you're used to being Joe with. Don't bring that bullshit over here. It's bad energy. We don't want it. We don't need it. Get the fuck out of here. Kick rocks. See you later. Don't come around here no more. Hey, listen. That's what Mike used to say. That's what Michael Kyle used to say on motherfucking my wife and kids. He's like, kick rocks. See you later. Don't come around here no more. Yeah, get your nut ass out of here. We don't want you. We don't need you. We don't want you. And that's reality. Now, from one lane to another lane. And and see, this might be even worse.
Yeah, I think that is worse. That was some crazy shit that I heard of earlier,
brother. Woo! Clay Travis, ESPN analyst. My brother, you are a fucking disgrace to that profession. Everything is going well for the Bills right now. And you take this route to try to throw a fly in the ointment? You take this route to try to create a division amongst this team?
Now, unless he knows something personally, I don't know what's going on with that. Like,
you know,
I don't know.
He don't know shit. He don't know shit. He don't like. First of all, you'll be a fool to think. Let's just get one thing straight. That type of individual he's saying he don't root for the Island and the Bills for because of, that type of individual exists in every fan base.
Yeah.
Type of individual exists in every fan base, bro. If you got an issue with that, you might as well not even be a fucking analyst. You might as well not be a supporter of the NFL, because if that's your problem, it's everywhere. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah,
Don't
sure.
talking that shit because of the location. West New York, Buffalo, small market. That's the only reason why you talking that shit. It fits like a puzzle. And you trying to, and you know what? Your skills are shitty as an analyst. Your whole career is probably on life support. That's probably the reason why you did this bullshit, so you could call some attention to yourself and get everybody talking about you. Now, let me say this, because I promised the Mafia I would handle this dude. And I'm a man of my word. My man, this is a black man in America telling you this. I'm a fan of Josh Allen. I'm a fan of the Buffalo Bills. I support the entire Bills organization. I'm not that guy that you're talking about that got them flags. That ain't it. That ain't what it's about. I'm a supporter of Josh Allen, the the Buffalo Bills. I'm a believer. No, excuse me. I'm a believer because that's the way we say it up in the mafia. Don't do that. Don't do that, brother. Let's keep it kosher. It's nothing that you.
He said, "Keep it kosher."
Kosher. There's nothing that you or any lame like you could say that could change that. Like I said at the offset, you're a fucking disgrace for the route that you tried to go to get everybody to get familiar with your face. That bullshit you doing proves to me that you ain't got no fucking taste. And everybody's time when they try to hear some real sports shit and they listening to lames like you need to stop trying to waste. And that's reality.
Hey man, I don't know. I just felt as though it was a little below the belt. I felt as though it was, I mean, without any evidence or proof, whatever, then you kind of just got to be quiet. You know what I mean? You know, like, and that's the way you feel, whatever, then you're a sports analyst. You're going to find people that rub you the wrong way, X, Y, and Z, whatever. It's going to happen. Just let it fly, man. Let it fly. Like I said, unless you got some proof, whatever, or something that's done to you personally, you can't judge the next man just off of what you think.
But see, like I said, though, that mindset that he is talking about, it exists in every fan base.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So your point is what exactly, homie? Like, what is really your point? You sound like a fucking idiot. Real talk. You didn't have shit else to say, so you played that card. That's the card you decided to go on the deck and play. Come on, man.
No,
Come
real
on.
track, real shit.
Why don't you go back to your old high school and fucking give out lunch tickets and sell lunches or something? Do that.
Yeah, he said lunch tickets. Yeah. Yo, you shot the fuck out. All right, so before I forget, man, before we close this episode down, there is somebody I need to address. Yeah. Mr. Reg 83. I know this is kind of late in the episode. I know you probably, wanted to get it early, but I'm gonna give it to you on the back end. Pause. I feel as though you are grasping for straws, brother. You really are grasping for straws. So what? It's not Pennsylvania no more? Hitman Hurts? What are we doing here? I mean, what are we really doing? Same guy who got pulled from a national championship game. I understand you wanted a win. I get it. Not that way, though, bro. Not that way, man. Not that way, man. I mean, you really gotta relax, man. You gotta relax. You gotta take some inventory of your squad, whatever. Don't turn into the guy you were who was a Jason Kidd, the Owl fan. Then you was KB motherfucking 8 to a Sixers fan now. Still don't know how that happened. I still don't know. The jury is still out on that one. But I will say this. You call him the Hitman, I call him the Get Hitman. And you're going to see this in the next weeks coming. And what happened to the back-to-back? You left my crib that day, you watched Super Bowl with me, back-to-back. Gunshots going on. You was adamant. Bottom dropped out, right? You never win another Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. Andy Reid is not coming back. It's not going to happen. Eric Bieniemy is not coming there. It's not going to happen. You ran Frank Reich out of town. You got Doug. Doug was supposed to be the genius. He really wasn't. He wasn't at all. We know this now. So what's going to happen is Carson Wentz is going to go to Indianapolis after they get done with this Phillip Rivers experiment. And you're going to be sick. You're going to be back in the draft. You're going to be back in the club looking for another motherfucker. Relationship is over. It's done. So I just want to tell you this, man. Good luck. Keep it real with your stuff. Stop talking shit, bro. Because you know the real. You know the real. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you close it down.
And Steelers fans can kick rocks too. I just want to put that out there. You know what I mean? Go Go get your Juju and your Deontay Johnson on. Do that bad shit. And they score their touchdowns. Get the fuck out of this. Once again, I just want to say how much we love y'all for kicking it with a couple of brothers who put it down like no other. It's your boy, Reality Ron Bullard, my man, Chris Black. When you need a reality check, the reality realm is where you want to be at. We'll be back next week in the building, God willing, and that's reality.
I'm never sleeping, cause sleeping is the cause of your death. Live by the code till I take my last breath. I'm never sleeping. I hustle while you rest. We from the cooking still ain't nothing left.